talking about 3 to 6-year-old children. Today's tip number 33 is allow your child, your 3 to 6-year-old child, to express fear and anger. And yesterday I did talk about allowing them to express their full range of emotion, but today we're going to go a little deeper into the fear and the anger piece. And what I want to say is that, and this is something, you know, a lot of parenting methodologies will acknowledge. It's just a truth that whenever our children are acting in a manner that is least likely to attract our loving attention for them, whether it's crying, whether it's acting out and being sassy, whether it's nagging, whether it's just persistently, you know, being afraid and not listening to anything we have to say. Whenever they are, I'm just going to say, acting out as an overall, that's when they're in most need of our loving attention. That's when they are in the most need for us to bring them our unconditional compassion and attention. And so that's tricky, right? That is so, so tricky because, you know, and this goes, we went a deeper dive into this in the master class, The Path to Ease, but we each have our own different resistances, our own different blockages, our own different patterns and needs and conditioned responses, which are blocking us from giving them that loving attention. And when we say, my kid is doing this, what should I do? You know, on some level, maybe someone will be able to give you some, you know, some guidance that might help in the moment. But it's almost like saying, I have a headache, what should I do? Well, it sort of depends on what caused the headache. You know, it could be something like you're dehydrated, or it could be you're hungover, or it could be you had some extra coffee yesterday and so now your body is suffering from caffeine withdrawal. There's lots of different, and those are all relatively harmless causes, right? There could also be some very serious causes, some very deep-seated causes that we don't know about. So when you say, my kid is crying, what should I do? It really depends, you know, first, of course, on your kid, but also it depends on what is your flavor of resistance to what is showing up with your kid. And maybe there's some internal things for you to do here that can help you shift things so that things can shift with your child. So that's something, the masterclass is still free in the Facebook group, the Relational Parents Facebook group. It will be there free until December 30th. If you'd like to join the Facebook group, put a comment below. Let's see. So allow your child to express fear and anger. They are not, it's not a problem if your kid is afraid of monsters in the closet. It's not a problem. You know, at this age, 3 to 6, their fears are nothing to be super concerned about. We can bring our loving patience. It's more about the way that we respond. We can respond in a way that will make things worse, or we can respond in a way that will reassure them, I'm here for you. I will look under the bed with you. There's nothing to be afraid of. I used to be afraid of monsters in my closet when I was your age, and I totally get it. No problem. It all depends on how we respond to them. Okay, and then with anger and with them expressing their anger, I just want to acknowledge some things here. You know, it's important. Aletha says, and this is totally important, that it's key for your child to understand and to feel that Your bond with them, their bond with you, is way stronger than whatever they're doing in anger, whether they are trying to hit you, whether they hit their sibling, whether they're saying nasty things, whatever it is, that's way smaller than your love for them. They're saying that out of frustration, right? And every feeling is okay. Every behavior is not okay, especially if they're hurting someone, if they're hitting someone, especially, whether it's an animal or a sibling or a friend or what have you, or if they're biting or things like that. Those behaviors are not okay, but you can hold them literally and figuratively in love as they are expressing, and keep them from hurting themselves or others, but with love. And Aletha has some really nice words in the book for that. So, okay, like, allow them to express their rage, acknowledge their feelings, and a lot of times we have a fear, like, oh my gosh, what if this pattern continues? What if this is going to escalate? What if? If we let them express, they're going to express into a place of more calm, greater calm. It doesn't mean that their violent behavior is going to continue on. And I've seen this, I know this. Imagine yourself, right, when you are super angry and someone holds space for you to just let it out. You feel relief, right? That's what we're doing for our kids. That's what we're doing for our kids. So yeah, I think that's it. It's a big tip. There's a lot in here because there's a lot that we're addressing for ourselves, so that we can be the loving space for our kids.